Good evening, everybody. I think you may have enjoyed the first part of that lesson, Attitude is Altitude. And I hope you are taking precautions regarding this COVID-19 and all. Hardly these videos take 20-25 minutes or half an hour or so, or less than that. So please go through the videos at your leisure, because the advantage of these videos, or for that matter any other videos also, at your own time you can watch them and repeatedly also, so that wherever you feel difficult to understand, on repetition you can understand. My dear students, that resilient group and others, if you follow the lesson, this video clip, almost all in the changed model also you can very well answer. You may have seen the model, maybe it is for only 100 marks and only one paper, but almost all, each and every question, most of the questions, their numbers are doubled. For example, in comprehension section we have earlier questions for 15 marks. Now the same pattern of questioning, but now marks are 30. The same way grammar part also, creative writing also. Earlier each creative writing question has 5 marks. Now it is doubled now and 10 marks. So follow the lesson thoroughly. So a bit lucky you are, I can say. A number of times you are revising the things. Certainly you can very well help your brothers and sisters who would be studying 10th class, if not next year, next to next year. Certainly you can guide them. With this, let us start today's lesson. Yesterday, before ending the lesson, we came to know that this severely depressed Vujicic, he happened to read a newspaper article when he was 13 about a physically challenged person, and that physically challenged person about whom the article was there in that newspaper, that person did many things, and those things as were done by this physically challenged person certainly inspired this torso, Nick Vujicic, a great personality. And what he said, and that article had given me hope. Now I realized why I am like this, or why we are like this. This refers to his physical disability. Now let us take the help of textbook. I realized why God had made us like this, to give hope to others. He says, he realized why God had made us. Us refers to all such physically challenged, mentally challenged people, or rather differently able people or divinely able people. The purpose, the realization was just to give hope to others, the way the article had given hope to him. It was so inspirational to me that I decided to use my life to encourage other people and give them the courage that the article had given me. The article was so inspirational for him, where he decided that the hope and the courage and the optimism the article had given him, he wanted to give to others. I decided to be thankful for what I do have, not get angry about what I don't. A good sentence. He says he doesn't want to pay much attention to the things he doesn't have. Rather, he wants to pay attention to those things which he has. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you know what? The world is right that I have no arms and legs, but they will never take away the beauty of my eyes. Of course, you know what? You know what? మీకు తెలుసు కదా. That is, you know what? The world is right. The world is right. If the world says you are a torso, the world is right. You have no arms, the world is right. You have no legs, the world is right. We cannot argue with the world. This is what is. He is a torso. He cannot complain that, or he cannot ask them not to call him torso or not to comment about his limbs and all. That is the reality. So, this what is. But what he says, the same world which says that I don't have legs and hands, the same world cannot take away the beauty of my eyes. He is blessed with beautiful eyes. He wanted to use those beautiful eyes to communicate, just like in our films and theatre lesson. Okay, Savitri expressed a wide range of emotions through her expressive eyes. Now, if I don't have limbs, what is there? I am blessed with a beautiful expressive eyes. Let me use those eyes. Decided. I wanted to concentrate on something good that I had. Once again, okay, let me concentrate on the good thing which I had, rather than complaining about those things which I didn't have. The challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. No doubt, in our lives, we face challenges, we face difficulties. This point you can very well understand, though you are children, normally not having any difficulties and all, because all those difficulties and challenges, okay, they are handled by your elders, parents and all. But right now, the condition we are in, that is coronavirus and this COVID-19, no doubt these are the challenging times. He says, these challenges, these difficulties, which we think that they are preventing us from succeeding in life, actually they are required, he says. Because of them, okay, we will be strengthened. They are there to strengthen our convictions, very strong beliefs. They are not there to run us over. They are not there to trouble us. Said Nick. In 1990, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen of the Year award, and for his bravery and perseverance. For his perseverance, Pattudala, and bravery, he won that country where he was born, that is Australia. He won that Best Citizen of the Year award in 1990. And once I was in a car and a girl at traffic lights was looking at me interestingly. Small amusing episode. When he was traveling in a car, waiting there at the traffic lights to turn the traffic light to turn green, that time, maybe in the other side, a girl was looking at him interestingly. Who is interesting? It is not the girl. It is Nick Vujicic who is interesting. So, she is interested, okay, in looking at him. So, she was looking at him interestingly. Of course, she didn't know that he was a torso. So, sitting there in the same seat, so he wanted to freak her out. He wanted to a bit frighten her. So, what he did, being a torso, he made a 360-degree spin in the car seat itself. The girl was really shocked to see that 360-degree spin of a head. So immediately she sped off very, very quickly. So this is an amusing episode, okay, in his life, okay, because lesson may be going so seriously, that's why, okay, so a small episode, okay, so which he enjoyed. And if you pay a bit more attention to this episode, okay, he is not at all complaining about his condition of being a torso. He is using all those circumstances and his life, okay, And one way we can say he is enjoying his life. Okay, once again, it doesn't matter what happens to us. What actually matters is what we do with what happens to us. No doubt such points are to be taken care of, as the theme is personality development. Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. So in 2008 he went to Hawaiian Island. There he met Bethany Hamilton, a surfing master, and when she was 12, her own arm, one of her arms, had been bitten off by a shark. So by birth she was okay, but later, as one of her arms been bitten off by a shark, she became physically challenged. Maybe this wonderful personality, Nick Vujicic, he thought, I being a torso, my condition could be understood by another physically challenged person. That also could be one reason he might have chosen Bethany Hamilton as his surfing coach. She was amazing, said Nick. Who was amazing? Not Kane Miyahara, so who would be his lover and wife? Not that she was amazing. A few students here and there, okay, so the comprehension questions, so they are confused and okay, who was amazing? That was the question, and I happen to have a few answers. It was Kane Miyahara who was amazing. Please don't understand the lesson, okay, the way you want to understand. Please, it is Bethany Hamilton, okay, who was amazing. She taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first, but once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic, and I caught up some waves pretty well. Initially, he felt very, he was terrified at first, okay, but later, slowly, he got pretty well with some waves also. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360-degree spins on this board, a feat that got him on the cover of the Surfer magazine within 48 hours. Not only did he do that 360-degree spin, okay, in that car seat to freak that girl out, but also on this surfing board also, he did that 360-degree spin as a surfer. The feat till then nobody had ever done. Not only physically challenged people, even able-bodied persons also hadn't done that 360-degree spin on a surfing board. So no doubt immediately his picture was there on the cover of that Surfer magazine, which just within 48 hours. He says, I being a torso has the advantage of low center of gravity. So also here also it shows that he is concentrating on the things which he has. Low center of gravity. So let me say, on the analysis, how that Sachin Tendulkar became master blaster, that sports medicine and that analysis there, it says that because of his height and all, he too has that low center of gravity that made him balance very well, that made him the master blaster. So no doubt all these people, no doubt they have concentrated on the things they do have rather than complaining what they don't have. No one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said, but I have very low center of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. So he started visiting various countries across the world. This football fan has become a motivational speaker. He wanted, or he was interested in football, whereas he became a motivational speaker. Where that motivational speaker career and where that football. And he has traveled to over 24 countries, speaking to a group of up to 110,000 people. Then the article was taken in the year 2009. So by that time, he had traveled some 24 countries across the world and touched almost all more than 1 lakh people. By this time it might have passed 1 million, more than 10 lakhs. He moved to Los Angeles in 2007 and planned to continue to travel the world. So, born in Australia, but in 2007 he went to the US and decided to travel across the world, being there in the USA. In 2009, he visited South America and Middle East. In 2008, Kene Miyahara, a beautiful young girl whose mother was a Mexican and whose father was a Japanese, attended to a meeting where Nick was the guest speaker in Texas. In 2008, when he was a chief guest in a meeting, Kene Miyahara, half Mexican, half Japanese. His mother was from Mexico and father was from Japan. So she is half Mexican and half Japanese. Kene Miyahara, she happened to attend that meeting where Nick Vujicic was the chief guest, and she was so attracted to his message, optimism, positive attitude, and there they became friends. From that time they were in touch with each other to share their ideas or giving hope to the needy, and they became close friends. Having the same frequency, she too decided to be with Nick Vujicic, and together they decided to give encouragement and hope to all the people they come across in their lives, and they became very close friends. Finally, they fell in love and their engagement happened in 2011. So they became close friends and they fell in love, and in 2011 that engagement happened. So of course our silly question would be how that engagement would be arranged to Kene Miyahara. So he used his mouth and put that engagement ring, okay, on the finger of Kene Miyahara and expressed those beautiful 3 words. They say, okay, each and every girl in that age, okay, wants to hear from the mouth of her man. Please understand, her man. Okay, so that is I love you baby. And they got married in 2012 on February 12th, and on February 13th 2013 they were blessed with a birth of a healthy baby boy with a full body. They got married in the month of February 2012. The month of March 2013, sorry, February, they were blessed with a healthy baby boy. Why that mention of a healthy baby boy? Because he was a torso. He was a torso. And of course she was okay, and they got married. Of course his problem was a rare occurrence, medical occurrence, that is called phocomelia, we already know. So that didn't come in between giving a birth to a healthy bodied baby. That is the reason. So that healthy baby boy is birthed. Nick and Kene wrote an inspirational book, so Love Without Limits. They decided to write a book beautifully named Love Without Limits together, and the book was published in 2014. If I fail, I try again and again and again. So why he said it thrice, again and again and again? If I fail, only once. If I fail, I try again and again and again. Of course we can add one more again. If you are persevering, you can add on your own one more again. It is not that okay, though we don't have the strength and required abilities and skills, okay, continuously, okay, attempt. But whether we are attempting with our full efforts or not, that is the question. For that question, if the answer is no, then no doubt with further perseverance, further determination, further dedication, further hard work, because we are capable, you are capable. The thing is, you are not taking out that full capacity out. There You try again, again, again and again, bringing out that capacity to the fullest potential. That is what this provoking sentence, inspiring sentence does mean. If I fail, I try again, again, again and again. Will you? I am not asking. He is asking all of us, not only you. He is asking me and you, everybody. Okay? If I fail, I try again and again and again. Okay? If you fail, are you going to try again? Are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. The human spirit, not human mind. Mind is different from spirit. Human spirit, no doubt, it can handle far worse than what we realize we can handle. How much we think we can handle, how much worse we can handle, we think more than that. He says our spirit, our inner core can handle. Bring out that core and do the justice to all the potential which you and I are blessed with. It matters how you are going to finish. It doesn't matter how we have begun. It doesn't matter how we have begun. What matters is how we are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Of course, we started, or rather, you started, I started very weak. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we finish strong or not. So, beginning, no doubt, it can almost all never be very strong. It can only be weak. Unless the beginning is weak, the ending cannot be strong also. Okay. So, it doesn't matter once again how we started. What matters is whether we finish the thing what we started weekly. WEAKLY, weekly. బలహీనంగా నా WEEKLY, weekly. వారం వారం. No. What we started in the beginning, weekly. Can we finish it very strong? He is asking very provokingly. No doubt we have that moral right to give the answer. Only one answer we should give to that wonderful personality. Yes, we can. Being a torso, if he achieved that much, what about you and I? We are fully able-bodied persons. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. I tell people to keep on getting up when they fall and to always love themselves, he said. It is not possible not to fall. What he asks the people is to get up every time we fall. You fall. He is asking all of us. If I can encourage just one person, though he covered more than 1 lakh people then in 2009 itself, what he says, the ending of the article, if I can change one person, if I can change one person fully optimistic, make him realize what his true potential is, then my work in this life is done, he says. What does it mean? తెలుగులో చెప్పుకుంటే కనుక ఒక్కరి జీవితాన్నైనా కనుక నేను మార్చగలిగితే కనుక ఈ జీవితానికి సార్థకత చేకూరినట్టే అని చెప్పేసి ఈ లెసన్ అయినా ముగిస్తారు. సో దిస్ ఆర్టికల్ వాజ్ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ నెట్. ఓకే, 1st July 2009. It's very inspiring lesson, and don't confine or restrict this lesson only keeping your examinations in mind. No doubt you all will score very good marks because no other batch has got this much of training to attempt the examinations. No doubt your examinations will be, your answers will be, and everything will be okay, and no doubt you all will get good marks. But before leaving you, it is what you are becoming by going through all these lessons that matters, not what you have. You may have 10th class 10 by 10 marks grades. So please keep in mind and give a thought why the theme is personality development. And why this? What do you mean by attitude is altitude? In that article, why this wonderful personality, a torso life is to be taken. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.